Brady, and I'm going to make a tent peg today. So normally I'd have my tools in my toolbox, and that's where they've just been stored, but I've brought them into the greenhouse for now just to do this today. It's a bit warmer and quieter. So I've got my loppers here, and I'm going to use them to cut my piece of wood that I've got down here, just down to the right length for my peg. Just stand up and get this cut. So I think about there will be good. These are nice and sharp from having sharpened them the other day. So I will put my loppers back in my toolbox when I'm done today, but that's over in the shed. So we'll be fine for now. So I've got my wee peg length now. So I'm going to put my glove on my helper hand now that I'm going to be using my knife. So I've got my knife here and it's inside its sheath, nice and safe. So I'm going to start by rounding off one end of my peg, just so that when you hit it, you're not hitting on the edges and it's not going to destroy your peg. So I'm working away from me. So it doesn't need to be a big bit, just enough to round off the edges. So as if I was near other people and not in my greenhouse, I'd make sure I was my 2 arms and a tool length away, but I'm quite safe in here. So I'm sitting down today on a chair, but I say otherwise I'd be taking my safe kneeling position and working as usual away from me. So that's our end nicely rounded off. So now we'll go to the other end. And I'm just going to make this into a wee point. It doesn't need to be majorly pointy. Will be enough of a point on that, so it's a bit like a pencil at the moment. And just so that we can, when we put a piece of string around here, it's going to stay put rather than sliding down, we're just going to put a wee notch in here. So I'm going to lie this down, and they're going to make a wee stopper cut to start with near the top. A wee bit of a saw. And then I'm going to cut just down towards my stopper cut. I'll hold it up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just cutting down towards the stopper cut. So I'm gradually making a wee notch, and I'm just going to make this a little bit deeper with my stopper cut. Flip those bits out. So I keep on cutting down. Taking any of the little bits out. So that's me now, got a nice wedge in here, so you can see the wee notch. So that's my tent peg ready to go. So I could make these in any size I wanted, but this is probably quite a good size. So I'm just going to put my knife back in its sheath, and I will make sure I sharpen that and give it a wee oil before I put it away back in its toolbox.